Good afternoon then. My Friday social guests are here. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome. It's so nice to have you guys.
Thank you, Lucy.
Really lovely to be here.
Let me introduce you to the guys that I've got for the Friday social then this afternoon. We've got Tansy Downman, who is a forest bathing guide and outdoor life coach. We've been having all the chat about forest bathing over this week. You have to tell us what it is at some point. So Tansy in the wild then.
Yes.
Tell me more, because you kind of flipped your life around. You were originally in London, you were doing the full-on London thing, and then what?
Yes. So, I had a very busy career in London, working in the events industry, working really grueling hours, weekends, really, really late, but experiencing lots of burnout. But during that time, I was really lucky to do some management coaching training, and I really loved it. It really resonated with me. I'd love the buzz of kind of connecting with people and helping people to grow and develop. So when I fell pregnant, I was like, this is my get out card of the events industry, and decided I'm going to get out of that and maybe set up my own business. So initially thought, I'm going to become a life coach. I'm going to train to become a life coach. And during that time of training, I went through a really difficult time, a family illness, and then led on to a bereavement. So I was really struggling with my mental health as well, and in the process of becoming a new mother. So it was just
a lot.
A lot. So during that time, I started taking myself out on walks with my dog, but I wasn't just taking the dog for a walk. I realised that there was a different energy to that, a different space, or I was walking slowly. I didn't even realise that what I was doing was mindful walking at that time. I guess for me, they were just meaningful walks because they were giving me space and time, but I wasn't being distracted by anything. I was really slow, paying attention and noticing the environment, and noticing that was having a really good impact on my mental health, that it was helping to calm the tornado of thoughts that were really whirring around, the grief, the anxiety, all of the worries, and the new mum like fatigue. And then when things got better and we moved to Kent, I thought, why don't I walk with my coaching clients? That would be a good idea. Why don't I just start trying to see how that goes? And that was the game changer, really. Walking outside in nature with people, I just realised what a positive impact it would have on people to be outside, to be in motion as they were walking and talking and thinking about their lives, and then just getting deeper into that, thinking actually nature is playing a massive role in what we're doing here, and really playing a part in this whole experience. And that led me on to forest bathing and natural mindfulness.
What's forest bathing? We've been having a right laugh for that.
I know.
Did you put your bikini on?
I know. That is the thing. I love the title forest bathing, but it can be quite misleading. I'll be the first to admit that, because thankfully, I do love a wild swim, but with forest bathing, you can keep your clothes on. So everybody take a sigh of relief, keep your clothes on.
What is it then?
So it really basically is the bathing part, actually is the important part of it, because it means to bathe in the atmosphere of nature. So think of that as being that you're really immersing yourself in a natural environment, and what that requires is for you to access that whole experience through all of your senses, because we can all go for a walk in nature, we'll go for a walk in the woods, but many times we do it in a very distracted way. So we might be talking to somebody else, we might be checking our phone, we might be listening to a podcast, or just thinking about all the things that we need to be doing, whereas forest bathing is intentional, it's slow, and we pay attention to all of our senses. So we're really, like I say, you're not going for a walk in nature, you're going for a walk with nature. So nature is your companion, and you're really noticing, what do you hear? What do you smell? What do you see? What can you touch? Different things. And in the spring, we even do a little bit of foraging to do sense of taste. So it's fully immersive, but
no phones.
No, exactly.
No phones allowed.
People like to take a few photos, but I'm always like, don't end up behind a screen, because that's what we do our whole lives. Try to keep it minimal. So that's forest bathing.
That's what it is.
And just going back to me being a bit of a science nerd, geek, there's quite a lot of evidence to support the well-being that you get from that. And I think I said to you, didn't I, on Instagram, I said I've done Shinrin-yoku, which is Japanese for forest bathing. And there's some studies that have come out of Japan that have said that it can actually lead to you having a longer, healthy, happier life if you just spend 2 hours of your life once a month in forest bathing. It can have amazing effects.
I mean, it's not just a walk in the woods, it is a very intentional well-being practice. The studies that have been done have shown that it can lower heart rate, blood pressure, cortisol levels, and that I see it on my clients as they move through the process of forest bathing. It's like this whole sort of weight drops off them, their faces sort of relax, and when they move out of that cortisol fight or flight, survivor mode, they can access so many lovely emotions, the gratitude, the peace, the joy that comes, and that kind of beaming smile as they leave. It's really wonderful to see them move through that process.
Right, stay with me. My guest this